Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yodaman on the boards, and once again, I'm joined by Derek for commentary. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing pretty good.
All right, so in this game, we've got another game between myself against my buddy Jerry at my house, also known as Yoda's Hut, where we were finally getting a chance to play some suggested decks with meditation and mastery cards. I am playing a deck suggested by Pantswad G from the boards. He always likes to go with smugglers, and this smuggler deck he suggested is 2 across the Anuet sectors, 2 daring escape, that's Lebo, 2 bucket of bolts, 2 beyond the rim, and 2 resistance and rebellion, the new smuggler pod with the extra pilots that gets around thing. And Jerry actually picked out a deck that was suggested a long time ago. He's played it before on some previous games. It was the Sith Navy fighter deck suggested to the thread by Starhawk77, but lots of people have played this build. It's Sith affiliation, 2 Black Squadron formation, 2 Dark Defenders, 2 Empire's Elite, 2 guarding the wing, and 2 defending the trench. So certainly the Sith Navy fighters we've seen before, but you got any initial thoughts about Pants YG's smuggler builds here, trying to take advantage of sluice and everything else?
I'm just kind of curious to see how it goes. I haven't seen Lebo pod used in a long time. So,
right.
Is that the one that has the what's the name of that unit that can come into combat?
Oh yeah, the Outrider. Yeah.
Outrider.
Right.
Is that the same one that he's in?
Yeah, that's the one Outrider's in. So
right. Yeah. I every time I end up building a decks like sleuths or something, I always want to play that pod, and I can never find room for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
just because I like that Outrider.
Right, and it's the original smuggler thing that had the pilot resource in it. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's included here, plus having the extra pilot, obviously. Yeah. So it's got the stay on targets, it's got the pilot resource. So Jerry, let's see, what did he flip up there? I think it
looks like double defending the trench.
Yeah, and I think the other one was guarding the wing. Yep, it's guarding the wing, which lets you use Black Squadron cards essentially as resources. And defending the trenches, if you blow one up, it counts as you've destroyed 2 objectives. And my objective flop...
Yeah, but it's got 10 health.
Yeah, I know. My objective flop was daring escape. That's just a 2 for 5, so that's the extra resource, which is kind of nice. Across the Anuet sector, that's when each smuggler unit, when attacking lone, gains an extra blast. And then I also got the new resistance and rebellion, which is each transport unit you control gains +1 damage capacity for each pilot on it. So, so this is going to be an interesting thing with vehicles versus vehicles here. Jerry didn't know what I was going to play when I said I was trying out some of the new pods. So, seeing the fighters against the sleuths or transports, probably just going to be a race here to see who can blow up stuff first.
Yeah, I do like that objective. Being able to give your sleuths extra health is a big deal.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, I guess we're just trying to get set up here. I don't know if Jerry had to go maybe grab some water or something like that while we're getting ready to start, or maybe I went to grab some water as we're going here. No, must be him because I'm sitting there. So, yeah, so the one thing about his deck, especially with guarding the wing out, there's so much Black Squadron in that deck that you can just have some crazy resource acceleration, especially because most of the pilots, if they're Black Squadron pilots, you don't have to focus on to do anything. So if you get the pilots out, it's gonna, just.
Oh yeah, I had a Black Squad deck before, and I literally, it was not uncommon for me to just drop my entire hand and play every unit in my hand, even on turn 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's in my hand. It looks like I see a Falcon, and I think I have Pilot Han in there. I think I have a Well Paid in there. So,
yeah, the problem is the well-paid's of course good, but Falcon's just expensive. He doesn't seem to really fit in that pod. He's always felt kind of weird to me. It's like the other Falcon, you're always happy to draw him. I'm usually not thrilled to see that one.
Right. And so Jerry just played I can't remember which one that one was called. It's the pilot one that's for the Sith, if I remember right. Or no, actually, no, that's the Navy one.
That's the Navy one.
Yeah, that's the Navy one. And then he played the closed formation. That's the one that gives shields. And I'm trying to remember what it's called. And the other one that reduces like the next cost of the. If you play a Black Squadron card, it reduces the cost of the next one by 1. I can't remember what that card's called off the top of my head. What is that called?
And I believe that triggers on itself too when
Right,
it
it does.
play.
It does. So I'm just drawing a blank on what it's called. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. But...
I know closed formation is the shield one.
Yeah.
And then he just played a Black Squadron, or I mean the TIE. Was that the TIE Advance and committed it?
Yeah.
And committed it, and I discarded something to try to draw. So I have Falcon and Han, but the problem was I was hoping I'd draw more units than I did after my mulligan, and I didn't. So I play Well Paid and play Falcon, and I wonder. So that's going to make that only cost 4, because Well Paid reduces the cost of each vehicle and pilot you play by 1, and pilot costs 2, and then I got to play Han as a pilot for 1 because
you
I've got the reduction.
That did save you 2 resources, but that's kind of really my point there is that Well Paid, the idea with that is to play a bunch of little things to really get value out of it. And if you play Falcon, typically that's the only unit you play unless it's late in the game.
Yeah, it was not ideal.
Yeah, the Falcon doesn't really... He's the only card in the pod that really doesn't mesh with everything else.
Elite Pilot Training is what that one card's called, and just looked it up. And Flight Academy is the pilot resource. So looks like I'm swinging in with Falcon after defending the trench. And I guess I kept his unit out because I could. And the anti-op bonus is going to give me 4 there damage. But I cannot take balance. So now I just have to hope I can avoid a swarm here. And the dial went to 3. So he has got a potential for a ton of resources now.
Well, that's the thing. You're playing Swarm against Swarm, and he's got resources, and you don't.
Yeah, and I did not get the Swarm stuff my first turn.
Yeah, and he's got, 6 resources just with his locations.
Yep.
That's without the Black Squadron shenanigans.
Right, and he's got a 7th one with the Flight Academy, and then, guarding the wings.
Reduced pilot cost.
I probably should have went after guarding the wing to try to turn off some of his resource stuff now that I think about it, but...
Yeah.
Guess I was thinking go big.
Although it's really going to be damage... He's still going to get it for this turn, and then there'd be wasted damage on it next turn, because whatever you send on it is going to have extra because of Anno it.
Yeah.
So you might as well try, he's going to have acceleration this turn, but doing it the way you did it puts you closer to winning on your future turns.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I think going for guarding the wing is actually playing more of a late game strategy, and I don't think there's going to be a late game in this.
No, I don't think so either. There's another Flight Academy. So now he could reduce the cost of the first pilot he plays by 2, which basically makes almost every one of them free. And he's playing the Black Squadron fighter for 2.
Yeah. And the main thing you gotta hope is you don't see Vader.
Yeah.
He always causes biggest problems.
And now he's got all these Black Squadron cards out, and he's going to get to play the Black Squadron fighter there. That's not good.
That still costs him 3, I think, right? Because that's one thing I was unsure about before, because you can reduce his cost based on Black Squad stuff to a minimum of 3.
Right.
But then there's people are saying you could drop it below that with the other things, like the enhancement. It says lower the cost, of Black Squad by 1 more, but no, 3 is actually the cap because it says that on the card.
Yeah, I think he actually played it like it was 2. I'm not sure it's really going to make a difference here because of all the resources he had. But then he played another Black Squadron fighter, so maybe it would have because.
Yeah, you got one more unit out of it.
Yeah, well, he could have double focused one of the defending the trenches though.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have been looking at that one next turn.
That's true. I think we played it like that. That might have been the wrong way. I think now that you say that, that sounds familiar about the minimum. You couldn't go below the minimum. Although it is a weird thing because the card says you can reduce it to a minimum of three by that, but then the other things what gives you the discount, like on all Black Squadron cards. So I don't. It's but you
Yeah,
sound
but
right. That ruling sounds familiar.
yeah, it's kind of a hard minimum. It's like saying, if you were to use what was it, Yavin 4 that reduces something, but
Right.
you have a minimum cost of one, but if you then had something else that reduced it by like well paid, for example, you
Right.
still wouldn't be able to go below one.
Right. Right. You still have to pay the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in trouble here. About the only good thing is he only has one tactics in the Falcon's Elite, so he can't lock the Falcon down. But not surprisingly, he's swinging at Anawat to try to get rid of my bonus.
Yeah.
But I guess he has to be a little careful. I mean, he doesn't want to go in all out, with everything either, because he, I could swarm right back at him if I get a good draw here.
Well, you've got your daring escape is locked down.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if I'm in his situation, I could take out the other two, for example, and be completely focused. I would do it, given the board that you have and that you're only gonna have three resources next turn.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Falcon
Because
could.
you're not gonna kill him
Right. I
on
mean,
the next turn.
yeah. I mean, Han is going to be able to keep something out of an engagement, if he keeps stuff back.
Yeah. So he's not gonna be able to defend with anything meaningful anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he has enough blast on the board to take out two things. He could take out one pretty easily.
Yeah.
He could, it's sort of a matter of how would he want to send things in. Or he could try to spread out the damage rather than take two objectives out. I mean, it's
Well, the tie advanced is 3 damage on its own once you figure the
right,
unopposed and the extra damage.
right. So he's sending that in and sending the Black Squadron. He's going to focus Falcon. Not that's going to matter. Yeah, he's going to blow up Anowat. That makes sense. So Dow get a four. I mean, I can understand wanting to get rid of Anowat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything. He's just going to have to eat Falcon every turn. With Han being on him there, and then you being able to just jump out of combat if
Yeah.
he does block with a bunch of guys and not having tactics. He just has to accept the fact that Falcon's going to hit every turn.
No, he went all in this time. He sent both the fighters in, put two on both of the other things,
Yeah,
maximizing his damage up. Well, that's gonna put him within range though next turn probably because
yeah, because you're probably not taking force.
no. Well, even if I do, it won't matter if he could potentially blow up. Even if I,
Well, you did luck into your other Anowat.
yeah, I guess the point is even if I don't, even if I take balance, he might be able to blow up all three since he put that extra damage out.
Yeah, but the dial's at 4. If you take balance, it's only going to 5.
Right, but he's already blown up one, so if he blows up all three, he'll win.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
You are dying for a well paid right now. To have
yeah,
any chance.
yeah. I mean, I got some damage in. I'm gonna be able to swing away here with Anawat and get bonuses, but there is the
Well, the
Spacer
thing is, that if
Cantina.
you put one more unit out there and send it with Falcon, you can take out that defending the trench.
No, well,
Between.
Anawat only works if you attack alone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think you're thinking against all odds gives everybody
Yeah,
a blast if they have more cards than you.
yeah.
So playing the resource, I don't know about that.
That shows me you do not have a big hand,
No,
or not a big drop this round. And you're likely going to lose your daring escape so that you don't have the resources
right.
next turn.
There's another one. Wow.
That was a non-turn.
Yeah,
Now you have one resource.
I got one resource and I can reduce pilot by two. I'm gonna play Lebo. It looks like for free as a unit, and then there's one of the navigation droids to protect.
Mm.
Uh, and all those shields certainly complicate things. Because Lebo's got a tactics, but if he hadn't gotten all the, so if he hadn't gotten all the shields, I could have tried to focus a different ship down, not Black Squadron because it's elite, but one of the other things at least take away a
I
little
think
bit of blast.
you have to leave Lebo for defense with the tactics because those shields would be gone on come his turn.
Yeah,
I think you send just the little droid to get 2 damage on that bottom location, leave the other 2 to block with.
yeah. I don't know if that's what I did. I feel like I actually might have sent Falcon in after something to try to get damage in. Yep, looks like I'm doing that. And I'm going after defending the trench. Getting 4 more damage on it. I guess I could leave. The droid's not going to do much. I agree I should probably send the droid in. Yeah, I'm going to send the droid in probably after guarding the wing now.
Mm-hmm.
Get 2 because of Anahuat. So I've got 10 damage out on my first 2 turns. The problem is,
Yeah.
am I going to get a third?
Well, and that's the thing. I knew you could. I mean, you obviously need Lebo for his
Yeah.
tactics, but saving Falcon for the potential to kill something.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Normally I would have rather attacked as well because you're 1 turn away from winning, but he's awfully close to getting you here.
Yeah, I probably should have left Falcon back. I probably should have just sent in the droid, like you said, after.
Yeah,
Well,
because
either guarding the wing or.
that would have put 6 damage on that objective, and then Falcon could take it out on the next turn if it had to.
Right.
And you would just have to, with all your remaining guys, you would have to take out guarding the wing.
Yeah. So the question is, will he draw enough blasts? So he's got 2 on Black Squadron. He's got 1 each on the ties. So between the 2 of them, he could take out 2 objectives. Right, because he could send Black Squadron after during escape and the 2 ties after resistance and rebellion. So he still needs 5 blasts somehow. And I do have Lebo with a tactics, potentially, although I only have 2 cards in my hand for edge, which is not good. So I played a bunch of things last time. I got those 2 spacer cantinas, because they weren't going to do me a good edge. The navigation droid.
Given the hand, also, if I'm in his position, I would not want you to pitch your hand and draw new cards.
Right.
If I could help it. Because those were obviously, it was not the ideal hand last turn.
Yeah, there is Vader's tie, so that's another blast. He's still got a bunch of resources. It really is going to be a matter of what he draws here, and then depending on how much he plays out, could I get Lebo in the way and actually focus something? I think my 2 cards were heats, if I remember right, because I knew I had them at the beginning, and I haven't had to play an edge battle yet. There's another Black Squadron fighter. Gets a shield.
But if that's the case, I really would have left Falcon back because you could take out that big Black Squadron thing.
Yeah. Well, assuming he didn't focus Falcon down first. Because that has a white tactic, so if he wins edge, he could have tactics Falcon.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have been worried about that. He's not thinking that you've got enough damage. It has 4 health.
Right. Well, right now he doesn't have enough to win.
Because even if he doesn't, let's say he sends something else, you block that has 2 health, you block with Lebo, double heat, kill it, and then you tactics the Black Squadron.
That's true. Yeah, if I win. Or if, like I said, if he wins, he might just focus Falcon and take the hits. But, he's still got all those resources. I'm certainly probably worried at this point.
You would have had Edge 1 with Falcon also.
That's true. That would have helped. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I got greedy and went for the... See, this is why I'm usually not as aggressive, Derek. Because when I get overly aggressive, this is what happens. I sit there and I got aggressive at the wrong time. So-
Yeah, the one time I'm telling you you should have played defense, then that's when you attacked.
and there is the Black Squadron pilot, which gives an extra gun and blast on something.
Yeah, on Vader's tie there.
Yeah, so he's one short still.
That's the other thing to consider too. Is remember Falcon's got a fourth health right now because of Han.
That's true. Yeah, it's a little harder to kill Falcon with Han being on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got 4 resources. So he's played
And you've
three
got
cards.
protected with your droid. You've got the
Yeah.
Falcon's got like 6 health. He's
Yeah.
not dying.
Right. I'm sure I was just trying to get as much damage on and thinking there's no way he's going to get enough damage out here to win this turn. I'm sure that's what I was thinking. Or that if I leave Lebo back, I've still got 2 heats. He's going to have to play so many cards. I should be able to win edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, and right
I
now,
think he's counting.
right now I was trying to think. I think there's one of those. At least one of those sets has a target, so I got to worry about that. And there's also a Seeds and Dark Defender, so he could Seeds Lebo. That would not be good.
There's also the potential of him flipping a unit into play with his Black Squadron thing when Vader strikes.
Yeah, that would be bad too.
Oh, and that's going to be bad. Backstabber.
Oh yeah, Backstabber, and he's gonna focus. So what did he do there? He must have. Oh, he attacked, and then he put in Backstabber
Yeah, Backstabber throws a focus token, I
on
believe.
Lebo. Yeah. Right. I think we were trying to figure out, did he get the shield?
I think so. Does he? It's when he comes into play, does he?
Right, right. I think he should get a shield. It's actually going to make a
I don't remember
difference.
the text if it's when you put into play or enters play.
I think
or
it's when it enters play. I think it's supposed to get a shield. Maybe we forgot to do that. And we're going edge. I think I said, well, I still get to play edge.
Because Backstabber, that one has 3 health, doesn't it? Not 2?
I think it only has 2.
Does it have 2? Okay.
Yeah.
So then you should still be able to kill it. But
Yeah, the problem is when he put that pilot on Vader's ship, now he's going to get the unopposed.
Yep. And that'll be enough to blow up the objective.
Yeah.
And you still have to worry about what he can flip with Vader's tie.
So I had 2 heats and he had 3. I think that was a stay on target, but he didn't have a pilot to put in.
Oh.
So I'm going to hit Backstabber. Yeah, if he wouldn't have hit Lebo, I would have been able to stop that attack. Now he's going to blow up during escape. Dial's going to go to 7, and he gets to flip up something with Vader's tie, right?
Yep.
I don't think he
And
did that.
If it's a black squad, it comes into play.
Right. And it's DS-61-3, and I think that's going to be enough for him to win.
Does he have a blast?
Yeah, he has a white blast. Yeah, I think I just hit the table like, man, I can't believe you flipped that in there.
Because the big tie can take out the bottom objective, and then the other 4 can take out the end.
Yeah, so that was a good flip on his end. So he got me with Backstabber, even though I was able to win edge. Yeah, I'm like, oh man. So he won that one at the end. That was just a race there. So he won on turn 3. That's pretty darn good.
4 objectives. Yep.
3 turns. So it was a fun game. I tried to get in there. I just didn't draw enough ships really at the beginning. I drew Falcon and probably should have stayed back on defense like you said. So got any other thoughts?
I think you would have survived the turn. Whether or not you were able to kill him on your turn, I don't know.
Right.
But I don't think he wouldn't have been able to kill you. With as close as it came, he needed every last point of damage there.
Right, he did.
So
and he flipped up the thing to win too. I mean,
and he wouldn't have gotten unopposed against Falcon, whatever it decided to block. So
right.
You would have survived the turn. You probably would have had some new objectives, and who knows? It depends on what you would have drawn if you'd have gotten any targets or whatever. Because at that point, Falcon would have taken out the last objective, I think.
Yeah.
And then you still would have had your Anawit, so you would have needed 4 more damage going into that to take out the other objective between whatever you drew.
Yeah, it would have been close. I mean, I still would have needed a decent draw, I think, on my turn to potentially win. And of course, if I didn't attack with Falcon, he might have played a little more defensively there too. So it's hard to tell what he would have done. I mean, I think he would have attacked still, but I have a feeling he wouldn't have attacked with the Black Squadron thing. They had the tactics. He might have tried to
Well,
hold it back.
it wouldn't have mattered if you could have won Edge because you would have blocked with Lebo and then double heated and killed something and then
Right.
send the Lebo can tactics the Black Squadron.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
If I had
it did not have a shield.
Right. If I had kept it, I guess with Falcon and Lebo, even with when he put in Backstabber, something would have gotten a shot off. Hopefully, if I
Yeah.
went Edge. But yeah, it was a fun game. Like I said, it was definitely more just a race game. We don't usually play games like that, so it's kind of fun to play that one.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I guess let's wrap it up for this one. Thanks for joining me for commentary as always, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yep. Anytime.